All right, we're just moments away from the brand new Tao Daily Tarot. Let me give you the heads up. Right now, we're kind of feeling this. We're feeling this. We want this, and to get to the point of this, away from this, we're going to have to do this in reverse. I'll lay it all out for you. I'll explain. Coming up in just a moment. Well, hello, and welcome to today's brand new Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much, whether you're a first timer or you've been here before. Thank you for being here right now today. For the first timers, please like, subscribe, and if you can, share. That's very important information for YouTube as we try to build this channel. For those who have been here before, always like every time you come to the channel. Again, it's a numbers game for YouTube. And that's the game that we have to play. Alrighty, good. So for the brand new folks here, let me kind of explain what separates this tarot reading from others. First of all, I do archetypal readings. Okay, I take the images on the card. I try not to build anything more into them than the images themselves. Although as the story evolves, I will throw in some intuitive insights, so to speak. But I try to keep it all clear, concise. 8 cards, 4 decks. That's all I use because the Tao is simple. So it's 8 cards, 4 decks. I also focus on energies, the energy of coming, going, pushing, pulling. The things that you experience every day in your life. Things coming, going, pushing, pulling. Doesn't make any difference. This stuff is moving. And so because of that, I call my tarot reading, the Tao Daily Tarot, I call it an energetic weather report. It's just like you trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to dress today? We're going to be going out, going to be doing this. What's the weather going to be like? This tells you what the energy is going to be like over the next 24, 72 hours, sometimes longer. And this gives you a chance to make decisions for yourself, to apply the energies to your life. This empowers you. I'm not predicting. I am forecasting what the energies are like around you right now. You take that information, plan your life. I want you to have the power. Another thing that I do is called the hyper shuffle. We'll get to that in a moment, and I try to do all of this within around 10 minutes, give or take a couple of minutes, depending what the cards do and what it takes to read them properly. So that's the deal. That's the whole schmagegi, as we say. This is where we begin it all. Remember I was talking about the hyper shuffle? Let's do it. So there you go. That is the hyper shuffle. Let's get to today's reading. Now, I don't do this very often, but it comes out pretty nicely sometimes, and the overall energy of the reading is by the book. By the book. And you know, anytime I see this card, this oracle card, I always think, do just the opposite. Don't do it by the book. You have been doing it by the book. Somebody else wrote that book. Somebody else wrote the rules that you've been having to live with. Maybe it's time that you change books or rewrite the book that you're paying attention to. By the book. That's the overall feel of this reading. So, alrighty, with that in mind, how about if we get to it? This is from the side, the energy side of coming and going. How about this? Ace of Swords. Ooh, nice. Love it. What that tells me is this is an inspiration point. This is an aha moment. This is some insight that you have not had before. And remember, we are working our way to a Pisces New Moon coming up in about a couple of weeks. I think the 13th, 14th, something like that. And so between now and then, feel your thoughts, feel your thinking. I know that sounds weird. But we've just gone through Aquarius. We had a Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. We've been thinking. Now it's time for inspiration. And that requires some emotion. That requires some feeling. So mix the thoughts with the feelings. Ace of Swords. Inspiration. Maybe a new way of thinking, huh? We go here to the Nine of Swords. This is tough. This is those 3, 4 o'clock in the mornings going, what the hell am I doing with my life? Where am I going? What am I doing? Yeah. And there may be at this point some of that going on. Because here we are in the beginning of March, headed toward the new moon in Pisces in another couple of weeks. And for a lot of people, you feel like a hamster on a treadmill. It's not going anywhere near where you want it to go. And you're worried, you're concerned, you're frustrated. We move to the other side of the deck here. We go to the pushing, pulling energetic section. We talk about judgment. This ties in with everything else we've done to this point because judgment always includes the past, present, and future. You see those three people in front there. It is a calling of experiences from the past, what we're going to or feeling now in the future, and how do we extrapolate that? I mean, in the present, and then we extrapolate that to the future. We use the past and present to make a picture of the future. And at this point, I think that's what's causing the Nine of Swords for a lot of people and creating a situation where maybe you should stop doing things by the book necessarily because the book you didn't write. Write your own book. And we continue and wrap up here on the energetic side of pushing, pulling, and this is the Six of Swords. It's leaving troubled waters. It's leaving an unsettled situation and moving to a much calmer deal. And I think that's really what a lot of people are looking for right now is, let's get into calmer waters. Let me feel a little more secure. Let me feel a little safer. Let me feel a little more grounded so that I can get back to my life again. But at this point, we are only making the journey. And it may just be in our hearts or souls, our heads, that where all this journey is happening and nothing we're seeing tangibly. And that's where that Nine of Swords situation comes in, the angst. So let's go to the cards that magnify. And we begin with a beautiful one. How about the Sun? Can't say any more than that. This is the single best card in the whole tarot deck. It enlightens, it brightens, it energizes. This is where you want to be. You want your juju back. Because right now, there's not much of it anywhere in the world, in fact. People want the sunshine again. They want the light. They want the enlightenment. We can get there. We can get there. Keep that as your goal. Keep that as your focus. This is a brilliant card, pun partially intended. The other magnifier, here you go, Six of Pentacles. This is reciprocity, equal giving and taking. And to this point, many people feel that's not the case. Could be in your life individually, but it could also be just collectively. We're not getting a fair shake. We are not getting our part of the bargain. We're giving, and getting nothing in return. And this is where we have to go. This is where we're headed. And the Sun will certainly allow us to be able to work in that direction. But again, we're following the basic idea of not going by the book. And the vice versa card here, Death in Reverse. When I did the pre-shuffle, a couple of other cards came up. The Queen of Cups, which is self-love. Alrighty, Queen of Cups is the most loving card in the whole deck. And also the Star, healing. And those two related to this reading. I didn't know it at the time when I did the pre-shuffle, but it really fits perfectly because that's really where we're at. We're in kind of a sheep mode. And that is not a very loving or self-loving mode to be in. Something in your life, specifically, generally in society, has to die. We're not there yet. This is in reverse. We're not there yet. But we know very well that something has to die. We know very well that it will eventually die. And the way that we help promote the Sun, the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, all this positive stuff, don't do it by the book. Write your own book. It's funny how, as human beings, we're given this book as we're growing up, and we follow it all of our lives. And very often it doesn't fit. This is a case in point. Look at the world around you. Does it fit? Do you really want to do it by the book, by their book? That is the reading for today. Thank you very much for being here. Again, remember, like and subscribe, share if you can. Every time you visit, hit that thumbs up, the like button. I would appreciate it. Thank you in advance. So that's it. I do a brand new reading each and every day, 365 days a year, so I hope I see you here again tomorrow, that you honor me with your presence. If not, I wish you blessings till the next time we get together.